So now we discuss about the roots, trunk roots. Basically we discuss trunk roots means is your main line, and it is classified in according to your broad gauge and meter gauge, and the main line basically comes under the routes of Delhi to Howrah, Delhi to Mumbai, next Delhi to Chennai, Howrah to Mumbai, Howrah to Chennai, and Mumbai to Chennai. So these routes are called your main line or trunk line, and which is comes under your broad gauge. And according to your meter gauge, the routes are Lucknow to Gorakhpur, Gorakhpur to Guwahati, Delhi to Jaipur, Jaipur to Ajmer, and Ajmer to Ahmedabad. And the next route is your Chennai to Madurai and Madurai to Trivandrum. Okay, so these routes are your trunk routes. So come to the next slide. Main line. Okay, so what is main line? It is generally referred to a route between two towns. Okay, whenever the route is placed between the two towns which is connected for the uh, transport, then it is called your main line. Okay, and all the lines other than the trunk routes which carry 10 GMT, which full form is gross million ton per annum. Okay, and or more for the broad gauge line, which is 2.5 GMT, which is rail traffic, or more for meter gauge line is have been classified as main line, which is maximum permissible speed is 75 kilometer for meter gauge comes under main line. Okay, so all the lines which other than the trunk routes and which carrying 10 GMT and for more for broad gauge, and maximum permissible speed for that line is allow about 100 kilometer per hour under the main line. And whenever the track is lying in the period of 20 year for broad gauge and 30 year for the meter gauge, and all lines other than trunk routes which carrying 2.5 GMT or more than per year for meter gauge, and its maximum speed is 75 kilometer, which is allowed for this line and which comes under the main line. So this is all about your main line. Next, come to the next slide, your branch lines. So all the routes which carrying less than 10 GMT, so it is branch line. Basically it is a secondary railway line. Branch lines means it is in between the small city, under the city it will be travel, and all the routes which carrying less than 10 gross million per ton per year, and which is under broad gauge, and that maximum permissible speed is less than 100 kilometer per hour for BG, and which comes under the branch line. And all the route which carrying less than 2.5 GMT per year, which is in meter gauge, and that maximum permissible speed is less than 75 kilometer per hour. Okay, and which is comes under the meter gauge for the branch line. And all the broad gauge and meter gauge which locomotive engines would be permitted to operate on all the branches lines are responsible for the speed, which is basically according to your speed criteria. Based on your speed criteria, again it is divided into your 5 types. One is your group A, second one is your group B, third one is your group C, fourth one is your group D, and last one is your group E. So according to your routes, we discussed about that it is trunk route, branch line, and main line. Okay, so next one is your according to your speed criteria. It is divided into 5 types A, B, C, D. So now we discuss one by one. So first we discuss about what is group A. Okay, what is group A track? usually the trunk route on which the speed of the train should be kept at in between maximum to maximum 160 km per hour, then it is called your group A criteria route. And this route is comes under Delhi to Howrah and Howrah to Mumbai via Nagpur. Okay. Next one is group B. Group B means whenever the group is comes under this route, which is maximum permissible speed is 130 km per hour, and which allow the comes under 30 routes. First one is your Kalyan, Raichur, Chennai, Kharagpur, Baroda and Ahmedabad. So these routes are comes under group B. Next one is group C. Group C means all the suburban routes of Mumbai and Kolkata, which comes under this route, group C. And this speed is less than 130 km per hour. And group D, which is all the routes where the sanction maximum speed is about 100 km per hour, that groups are comes under group D. And your last point is group E. So the branch line where maximum speed is about less than 100 km per hour, then that route we called, or that route comes under the track of group E. Okay, so this is your all about the speed criteria and about the route. So basically you should remember the speed of the track. By the speed you can signify or you can identify that is which type of which group of route. So whenever your train speed is allow about 160 km per hour means that is group A, and whenever this allow the speed 130 km means group B, and less than 130 means that is group C, and when the speed is 100 km means that is group D, and less than 100 means that is group E. Okay, so this is all about your routes according to your route and according to your speed criteria. Okay, so next one is your train resistance. It is comes under this speed. What is train resistance? Basically, train resistance is defined the engine pulls the train due to the tractive force which is developed. This force is equal to the resistance of the train. Resistance means what is the ability of the train. Okay, so the train resistance is a tractive force, or okay, which is created or which is developed when the engine pull the train. Okay, and the train resistance for the resistance for the train is occurs for during for the following factors. Okay, first of all, your resistance occur due to the speed, due to the wind, due to the side resistance, and when the head and tail resistance are approximately constant here for all the trains. So train resistance means, always remember, the engine pulls the train due to the tractive force which is which it developed, and this force is called as your train resistance. Okay, the pulling force. And how we calculate the resistance of the train in gradient, wherever the gradient are provided, in that case how can we calculate the resistance of the train? So that formula is weight of the train into 1 by rate of the grade. Whatever your rate of grade is provided, that 1 by 150, 1 by 100, whatever, that will be multiplied with weight of train. Okay, and whenever the resistance occurs due to friction, in that case the resistance is unavoided and its amount is generally taken by 0.025 weight of the train. This is the formula. And last one is the resistance due to the curve. In that case, the resistance varies 0.2 kg per metric ton, and wherever the curve is provided, in that case, for there are different formulas for different lines like broad gauge, meter gauge and narrow gauge. For broad gauge, this is 4 into 10 to the minus 4 into degree of curvature into weight of the train, and for meter gauge the formula is 3 into 10 to the power 4 degree of curvature, whatever that will be given, and weight of the train. And for narrow gauge it will be 2 into 10 to the minus 4 into degree of curve into weight of the train, and in this process we can find out the resistance of the train. So this is all about your chapter 1 introduction. Okay, so in our this chapter we discuss about your what is railway, what is the history of railway, what are the routes, what are the 5-year plans, and what are the advantages. We discuss all about this. Okay, so this is complete of your first chapter. So thank you.